Experts reveal how Tesla bankruptcy will happen. New information has come to light, and experts are discussing how Tesla's bankruptcy will occur. Tesla CEO Elon Musk tweeted in 2018 that his electric car firm was roughly a month away from bankruptcy in recent years as it struggled to mass build the Model 3 electric sedan. How close was Tesla to bankruptcy when bringing the Model 3 to mass production? A follower asked during a conversation regarding Tesla's fundraising history. Musk responded, "The closest we came was a month. For a long time, from mid-2017 to mid-2019, the Model 3 ramp was a source of severe stress and agony. Production and logistics are a nightmare." In light of Tesla's recent stock turbulence, the topic has come up once more. If Tesla were to go bankrupt, how exactly would this occur? Keep watching to find out. Bob Lutz witnessed GM's bankruptcy in 2009 and has been a harsh critic of Tesla and its CEO Elon Musk for years. Robert Anthony Bob Lutz is a Swiss-American automobile executive who was a top executive at all three of America's big three automakers, serving as executive vice president and board member of Ford Motor Company, president and then vice chairman and board member of Chrysler Corporation, and eventually vice president of General Motors. Following Tesla's first quarter earnings in 2018 and a surreal Muskian performance on a conference call with analysts, he told CNBC, "I've been entirely consistent on this." Lutz then did what he does best, hailing Musk as a visionary before pointing out that his costs are considerably greater than his revenues, and that he's been able to keep Tesla afloat by returning to the financial markets. That might work one more time, but he'll run out of money again, and then he'll be toast, Lutz predicted, saying that bankruptcy is a foregone conclusion at this rate. Lutz could be right or wrong, and many believe that he's been in the car business long enough to see when the end game is approaching. However, it's not the first time it's been predicted that Tesla would go bankrupt. The future of Tesla's stock has always been a source of heated dispute between bears and bulls. There's little doubt that the company has disrupted the auto industry and altered the future of transportation, but that doesn't guarantee long-term profitability for investors. Many believed that COVID-19 would cause a long-term recession in the United States and the rest of the world, putting Tesla to the test like never before. However, Tesla obviously came out on top in that scenario. The way we see it, there are 4 ways Tesla could go bankrupt, and we'll be tackling each one of those ways, so buckle up. The first is if something occurs that forces Tesla to shut down its auto operations. This is perfectly plausible, except Tesla has undergone a massive expansion and has multiple gigafactories in several locations. The diversity in geography makes it different for the same circumstances to cause a significant amount of factories to shut down. Take the Shanghai plant, for example. Due to COVID restrictions, the plant had to be shut down. While that has affected production, Tesla isn't necessarily in trouble, and its management has stated in multiple cases that they're still on track to meet its goals. So the likelihood of the first route of bankruptcy is low. On to the second way Tesla could go bankrupt, if the market turns its back on Tesla. Tesla has had a tough year on the stock market. Its stock is currently trading at about $770, down from its initial levels of $1,000. What is the most likely cause of Tesla's current decline? Volatility is still volatility. And it's a growth stock. This isn't too surprising. Tesla is constantly dishing out a stream of news that affects market sentiment strongly, and we believe this is what causes the fluctuations. However, Tesla and its stock have a solid fan base who strongly believe in its brand values and vision. Coupled with the fact that it's still the leading electric vehicle brand despite legacy car manufacturers trying to dominate the industry, we believe the market would hardly turn on Tesla. especially with the company's knack for releasing interesting, innovative solutions. What is the third way Tesla could go bankrupt? Supply chain difficulties. This is currently the reality of things. If cash burn increases and sales decline, suppliers may demand more stringent terms. Suppliers want to be sure they get paid. Terms like payment in 90 days aren't appealing if a company appears to be in financial trouble. If suppliers begin to monitor Tesla's operational trends, they might become a significant monetary burden for the company. At the end of 2020, the company had $3.8 billion in accounts payable, and payables might turn from a short-term financing structure that works as a source of capital to a major cash outflow when payments come due. We believe this to be the most likely way Tesla will go bankrupt. However, CFO Kirkhorn recently made some remarks concerning this. According to him, the company still has contract-based relations with most of its suppliers. It's also important to note that Tesla increased their prices to counteract such increments. The final way Tesla may go bankrupt is its most unsuitable factor, its techno king. Elon Musk has stated that after completing his takeover of Twitter, he intends to serve as its CEO. Several Tesla investors expressed concern that gaining complete control of a social media platform would divert Musk's attention away from his primary task, running Tesla. As most of his wealth is tied to Tesla, many were concerned he'd jeopardize the stock. We strongly believe there's nothing to be worried about on that front. Musk has also opted to bring in outside investors to assist him in raising some of the funds he'll need to buy Twitter in the first place. According to Bloomberg, a total of 19 investors have been enlisted to fund the $7.1 billion of Twitter's $44 billion valuations, including billionaire Larry Ellison, Sequoia Capital, and a Saudi prince. This is fantastic news for Tesla's investors, though. One of the major concerns surrounding Tesla stock has been that Musk was taking on undue financial risk by selling nearly 10 million Tesla shares to raise cash for the deal and pledging $62.5 billion in Tesla stock as collateral for a $12.5 billion loan to raise the remaining funds. Whether you're buying a car, a college education, or a social media giant, taking on too much debt is rarely a good idea. Musk, on the other hand, reduced his own risk by allowing other investors to share the risk with him. He's lowering the chances that something bad will happen, such as a recession, and that his collateral, which is Tesla, will lose value, forcing him to sell or pledge more shares, which will reduce the value of other Tesla investors' shares. What's good for Elon Musk is good for Tesla shareholders in this case, which isn't a solid reason to sell Tesla shares in fear of Tesla going bankrupt. Despite the recent negative turnaround, Tesla stock has soared in the past weeks as Elon Musk celebrated the company's first deliveries from its new Berlin production, assuaging investor concerns about the EV maker's ability to obtain the necessary approvals from the German government. Dan Ives, a tech analyst at Wedbush Securities, notably said, "I'd estimate 30% of investors we spoke with over the last 6 months believed Berlin would never open due to red tape and bureaucracy. Many investors were concerned that Tesla would never establish a foothold in Europe and would end up with an empty factory." Tesla's other new plant, located near Austin, Texas, has already begun shipping. The two factories join the company's initial plant in Fremont, California, and its secondary factory in Shanghai, bringing the total number of car assembly plants to 4. Tesla shares rose from a bear market area to a blazing bull zone as a result of the advance. The company's stock finished at $766.37 on March 14th, down 36% from the year's high, which was reached on January 3rd, the first trading day of 2022. However, in less than 3 weeks, the stock recovered, and we believe it will do so once more. Unstable or not, under Musk's leadership, Tesla has defied an unpleasant industry trend in which overall production has been reduced significantly due to scarcity of computer chips and other parts. In 2018, Elon Musk sent out a long series of tweets regarding Tesla going bankrupt. The tweets quickly went viral, complete with a humorous photo of him passed out and brandishing a bankrupt place card. But it was all a practical joke for April Fool's Day. Even 4 years later, the joke is still going strong on Twitter. Some investors took offense to the joke, but many found it humorous, and we believe this to partly be an expression of faith in the brand. We don't see Tesla going bankrupt anytime soon, as things stand. Do you think Tesla will go bankrupt anytime soon?